very individual things that we absolutely. I'd like to see them defend something worthwhile. Let's talk about USIP. The Trump administration is gunning the institution of peace. So last week, bureaucrats had a tense standoff with a Doge team that required police intervention. A White House spokesperson says that rogue bureaucrats will not be allowed to hold agencies hostage, and a judge agreed with this. District Judge Beryl Howell denied a request from the agency to grant a temporary restraining order that claims that Doge committed literal trespass and taking over by force. Now questions are being raised over what USIP will be trying to hide. USIP has around 300 employees at a budget of $55 million a year. We know that it was established by Congress in 1984, and it claims that its mission is to prevent violent conflicts and broker peace deals abroad. This is, of course, despite the United States having been involved in numerous military interventions, prolonged wars, and criticizing global instability in decades since then. It's hard to actually see what USIP has been able to achieve.
Well, it's hard that they only have a budget of $55 million or whatever the exact number is, because if you actually drive by the piece, and I've driven by it a number of times, it's located right on Constitution Avenue. It's literally right on the National Mall. So if you've been a tourist in Washington, D.C., you're driving down Constitution Avenue, you're driving down Main Justice, and then
Works this a suggestion is a liberal unions on this thing triple big for America. This was
Nice. And now my earlier conversation with Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. So you said you have confidence in the president's tariff strategy. Obviously, China is one of the big sticking points here. And this idea of rare earth minerals, we get gold source from them. And I know we have deposits here, but I was surprised to read that even some we mine here, we send it up for processing, and then it comes back to us. What can we do domestically to cut China out of that equation?
We definitely do this for a lot of people. So we also do this for a lot of extension work. They send their food to Asia. It's basically canned, but it's sent back over here. It's just cheaper to do that than to can it anywhere else. So I'm guessing we're going to send it back.
What are you doing here?
biggest threats to this country's
Not wrong.
滚开！滚蛋！
do you think it is going to be getting
No, no.
based on that's
imports 11.5 million barrels of oil a day. They import about 25% of the calories they consume every day. And so when we think about the U.S. and us being a superpower, we're an energy superpower, we're a food superpower, and China's very, very close to us right now. A superpower, we're an energy superpower, we're a food superpower, and China's highly dependent. So we've allowed ourselves to become dependent on their supply chains for critical minerals. That's the one piece that we've got to undo. And of course, the actions of the National Energy Governance Council, which was created, coordinating across the whole of government, whether it's Chris Wright in energy, Collins in agriculture, development, everybody's working together. He is the assignment we all work together, and we're all getting it done to make sure that we've got not only energy dominance, but we've got energy security, including the critical minerals.
which I guess makes you for the lead at Wall Street.
One thing I said, everyone puts in here, I want to have so key in the organization of basically the organization. Specifically in the places exclusively the old.
准备练
I'm
啦！
speaking with here. I kind of
我没有子弹了。
run everything off of right, so something is going to have to be devices, big powers, not just water power. Artificial intelligence being as much like power as humanly possible with the throughout the world, and for the least we cannot lose this money. And it's not the real point, it's simply talking about energy, particularly in 2025. And
补充子弹！ 那是
我需要补充子弹。 You should go home。
我们的人受伤了。
我期望你。
Not just doing it.
these thermal filters, electricity, metal, metals that we but all this systems, 24 hours a day, 365 days a month. Okay, so it's the whole power plant in the entire world. Okay, it's J Power's thermal power station unit 2 in Japan. It creates 600 megawatts. We are definitely not. I don't know. I mean, I get it. This is why when some people send me videos here, I make sure that what people are saying match up with the facts here. Like I get it. Don't get me wrong here. It'd be great if that was it, the literal truth. We can say things, you know, a gigantic amount of times. If it's not true, it's just not true. Because so Japan definitely has the world's cleanest, pretty much consistently. And that's it. Ultra supercritical technology here. Who's coming close here? Guys, we're not even top three. But let's continue. When we're talking about renewables, we're talking about things that are weather dependent. On the day that President Trump, if you look out in the Capitol area, on the day that President Trump was sworn in on January 20th, that was the highest peak load for the grid in this area from DC to New York. On that day, 70% of the electricity was coming from fossil fuels and 22% electric. How much was coming from renewables? Zero from solar, because the peak moment was 5 a.m. It was dark out. I mean, solar has a catastrophic failure every day, every 24 hours. The solar system of electricity has a catastrophic failure because it doesn't produce electricity at night, and then the wind wasn't blowing that day.
Confidence is not a mindset, it's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD84S, get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over 4,000 average weight.
Okay, so 2% of all.
Okay, he's definitely like a fossil fuel coal hawk, let's say. I don't think he understands fully, based off of the statements that he's making, how it actually works here. So let me break down the concept of solar electricity for you. Just because the sun isn't out, yes, it's not inputting any new watts into the actual bank itself of the solar controller, right? But solar, the panel goes through wires to the controller, then generally through to some type of like lithium-ion, like LiPo battery or something like that. And it's a gigantic amount of batteries that basically store the electricity, right? That's solar, right? So just because there's no sun, doesn't mean that the battery bank is out of bad. So, it seems to be produce electricity at night, and then electricity. It's not in any that intelligence can be used by everyone. So when they say this is only helping us, that's going to go to the next consumers. He cares about the economy, he cares about the world. Like hydro spin turbines in the ocean, right? We would really get higher reaches, let's say. would not be enough power to probably have like a state, right? So we have an issue. No matter what, specifically since we're so heavily government, and it's a requirement for our day-to-day lives, yeah, we're gonna have to continue to hold trouble. I'm a hater. I understand what he's saying. It makes no sense in the world, but I'm telling you right now, I don't like war. Right? I mean, I don't like it, but I know we need it. So there we go. Here's my daily contradiction, my friend. I know we need it. I don't see anything wrong with it. But somebody thinks it is for benefit of the United States environment, specifically with the roots of energy being dumped into, like, you know, the AI race. We can do that and win it. Good job. All right? Even though it's going to nasty, the air quality of certain places is going to drop tremendously. I get what you're saying. I get that here. And we absolutely do not have to do this global. I mean, it's a great claim, right? But it's just not true. I knew where there are a lot of places that are a lot more efficient than the United States. There are a lot of them. Right? And that may sound terrible. That sounds crazy, right? But I've traveled for immediately understand right, how inefficient these are many things. Many things. Right? Listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Meantime, catch you.
What is your reaction to that and the fact that President Trump has done? Trump saying he will use federal funding unless they get a handle on stopping this anti-Semitism at universities across the country. These universities are not entitled to those federal dollars. They have to ensure that they are protecting Jewish students on campus. So again, we are just seeing a failure within higher education. The Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, has done a tremendous job forcing these universities to address this crisis on campus. We're going to continue to use our ability on Capitol Hill and our appropriations and our oversight of these higher ed dollars to hold them accountable.
Now Congresswoman Elise Stefanik and House Oversight Chairman James Comer are taking action against Harvard University. They wrote a letter to the president asking for documents about Harvard's compliance with civil rights law. Writing in part, quote, "It should come as no surprise that Harvard would continue to advocate for illegal discrimination and violate its obligations under the law, as it has a long and consistent history of defending racial discrimination and anti-Semitic activities on campus. Harvard recently, nearly 2 years ago, fought all the way to the Supreme Court of the United States to defend the institution's desire to discriminate on the basis of race in admissions programs.
Donald Trump has unleashed this Insta using his Insta message on Truth Social to slam all of his defenders while still backhandedly wishing them a happy Easter. He wrote, "Happy Easter to all, including the radical left lunatics who are fighting and scheming so hard to bring murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, the mentally insane, and well-known MS-13 gang members and wife beaters back into our country. Happy Easter also to the weak and ineffective judge of law enforcement officials who are allowing this sinister attack on our nation to continue. An attack so violent that it will never be forgotten. Sleepy Joe Biden purposely allowed millions of criminals to enter our country, totally unvetted and unchecked, through an open borders policy that will go down in history as the single most calamitous act ever perpetrated upon America. He was by far our worst and most incompetent president, a man who had absolutely no idea what he was doing. But to him, to the person that ran and manipulated AutoPen, tapped our real president, and to all of the people who cheated in the 2020 presidential election in order to get this highly destructive moron elected, I wish you, with great love,
Hi, what do you need?
a very happy
You got it.
Easter. Online commentators were floored by the blunt messaging, with this person saying, "I had to check if that's the official account or not." This person agreed, saying, "Nothing screams Jesus has risen." I call it country lunatics. Guys, not everyone saw the humor with this person saying, Trump followers, help me understand. How do you read Donald Trump's Easter message and think that it's okay?
I give
I'm
it
a
a
Jew and
100.
maybe that's not completely caught up on things Jesus, although Jesus was Jew, but this message doesn't seem very Jesus-like. The POTUS backed up his savage Easter message with several more that were more palatable, underpinned by a return to Christian messaging.
On Easter Sunday, we celebrate his glorious resurrection and proclaim, as Christians have done for nearly 2,000 years, he is risen. Through the pain and sacrifice of Jesus on the cross, we saw God's boundless love and devotion to all humanity. And in that moment of his resurrection, history was forever changed with the promise of everlasting life. As we approach this joyous Easter Sunday, I want to wish Christians everywhere a happy and beautiful and blessed holiday. America is a nation of believers. We need God. We want God. And with his help, we will make our nation stronger, safer, greater, and more prosperous, and much more united than ever before. Thank you to everyone, and have a really happy Easter.
The president spent his Easter in true form, playing golf in what
Man, we are as stupid as these assholes taught us to fucking be as fucking children, never to fucking grow up to be responsible fucking adults. All fucking believers are fucking liars. Point blank, that's it, that's all. Because you ain't supposed to believe shit. You ain't supposed to understand shit. You ain't supposed to have faith in shit. And you ain't supposed to hope for shit. You supposed to know some shit. Shit, because you got a natural order to live in and live by. That's already in you, born with inside you. Already just waiting on you to be brushed up and tapped in. Shit. I don't know how we got to be taught so fucking much to be so fucking far past fucking stupid. Shit. This shit is mind blowing. How fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puff we've been taught to be. This shit don't make not one lick of motherfucking sense. Question is, are we really fucking crazy? Are we really fucking crazy? That's my motherfucking question. Are we really motherfucking crazy?
Hey man, welcome back to the channel, City Rise, and kind of going viral. This is Pastor Anthony Mitchell. I want you guys to hear this. This is Jesus teaching all about the Bible. This.
Man, that's some fucking programming fucking bullshit.
And this is what the promise is. Their hearts are so hard they can't feel any conviction. The most dangerous place you can be in is not when the Lord comes to your soul. The most dangerous place you can be in is when you feel nothing for your sins. That's right. That's right.
Man, what the fuck you talking about? That's right, that's right. All full of fucking bullshit. And y'all history. Tired of all these motherfuckers coming on this YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter and shit. And then when I try to come on here, they want to arrow my shit out and shit. That's some fucking bullshit. Because y'all shit don't make no motherfucking sense. It's still part of the fucking programming that we was taught to believe in the church. Oh, this is bullshit. I can't do it. Just listen to them. Nobody want to listen to me. I give you the truth that's in you already. So you know what you gotta live by. Yeah. Not by no fucking lie. Going them motherfucking truth. Dumbass. God damn. How the fuck could they teach the fucking truth to be a fucking lie? How the fuck you do that? How in the fuck do you do that? You teach the fucking truth to be the lie. How can you teach the truth to be a lie? How? That's fucking impossible and is insane to even think of and fabricate. How can you teach the truth to be a lie? How? Wow. Can you teach the truth to be a lie?
What the fuck, bro?
Teach the truth to be a fucking lie. Wow. That's crazy.
Hey, stop. City Racing Game. Last 30 minutes.